Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 3 of Steel Forces You to watch him play Hades. It has been a couple of days on my end, and I'm glad to be getting back into it. Let's have a little chat with Hypnos.
Paul says here one of the wretched thugs got you too.
You don't have to rub it in.
They hit pretty hard, I guess. Have you tried moving out of the way?
You know,
I haven't, no.
never occurred to me.
Next to the throne.
Who is a good boy? Good boys. 3 good boys. Best boys. So I grew up having cats in my family all the time, but I can appreciate giving pets to a dog that deserves them. I'm a big fan of animals. I feel more and more each day that they're just better than people. And Cerberus is no exception. He is Clifford the Big Red Dogs. Howdy, Achilles.
For the weapons just outside my chambers, Achilles.
So I am hopeful that the sound balance is good on this episode. I wasn't quite happy with how they turned out in episode 2. I felt like the dialogue was a bit washed out. I want it to be audible. I just don't want it to interfere with my voice. And that's the balance to strike as I experiment with all this. Along with all the other things, such as figuring out how to hold a conversation with a microphone and play a game well. Which is not as easy as you may think. Hey, Pops.
Who's that sniveling shade to your immediate left there, Father?
It's Zagreus. There's no need to be rude. Come on.
Busy work.
That shade boy is my newly designated contractor.
You're trying to guilt me into funding the exorbitant furnishings you desire.
Well, I desire some of those too.
Perhaps once we are finished with repairs for all the carnage you have sown throughout my realm.
Oh, I've got more carnage to sow, buddy. How's it going?
Sort of special
So
option,
this
my
right
good
here is where I can spend whatever this currency is to get some additions to the House of Hades, this space where we go in between runs. Use resources procured through your escape attempts to renovate the house and underworld. So we can get a fountain chamber installed in Tartarus, which is the first area of Hades that we have still not managed to escape yet. I would not mind having a room to restore some health. That sounds wonderful.
Something from the Fates.
Now, I don't think I have any of this currency, so I can only get that one that was free, but hopefully as we play, we'll be able to find some more of it. Hopefully we'll get a little farther this time.
You are back.
I am, Nyx. How are you doing?
Darkness guide you, child. You have outgrown this house. Of that I
You
am
think
also
the shadow is your ally?
Should you return again?
I won't forget you, Nyx, I swear it.
On we go. Let's jump right into the action. I think I should have some darkness to spend. Maybe not enough, because our last run wasn't amazing. Okay. So we can get Shadow Presence, which gives us a little backstab damage. We can get Chthonic Vitality, which definitely seems like something I want. So every time we leave a room, we restore a little bit of health. So we'll go ahead and grab one level of each of those.
Power.
And head on out. And with 5 Chthonic Keys, I think we should be able to get the weapon I've been waiting for.
Hey, been here the whole time.
I do not trust this skeleton for a single second. I think he will betray us at the first opportunity.
Varatha, the Eternal Spear. Join my pursuit.
No, I quite like Varatha.
Pretty nice.
You get a little jabs. Very nice reach on that. Here's the fun thing. That is not the fun thing. I need to get used to the controls again, pardon me. With Q, I can throw the spear and pull it back, giving me a little bit of ranged power, which I'm very excited to play around with. And then if I hold, I can do that. So I feel like this is going to suit my playstyle very nicely. I do want to play around with all of these. I did buy the bow before, I believe, and should give it a shot sometime. But for now, happy to give the spear a go. And with that, let's hop right into Tartarus and begin our escape. I guess I could have had a conversation with Skelly, but I decided to start smacking the crap out of him first. So that ship has sailed. Let's get into it. So as I said, it has been a few days since the last time I recorded a video. There has been a US election in the meantime.
Enchantments for my weapon.
Okay, what we got? My attack strikes 3 times in a spread pattern. Spin attack deals a lot of damage. Special. Ooh, it's got to be that. I love throwing the spear.
Daedalus, wherever you may be right now, thank you.
So let's go ahead and give that a shot. Throw it at that guy. Bounces to them. This should give me the ability to hit a lot of enemies in a room with a single throw. Glad I dodged that. It would be very embarrassing to take damage in this room. And off we go. So yeah, the election has been a little stressful. I don't want to talk too much politics on this channel, as I've said before, but I think anyone probably on Earth, but certainly in America, can relate to how chaotic all of this has been. I felt like I was handling it pretty well in general, but then I did just eat an entire pint of Ben & Jerry's without realizing, which is either a sign of coping very well or very poorly. I'm going to reserve judgment on that. I'm thinking Athena is the way to go. Get some deflection going so I don't have to worry so much about projectiles. What else is going on? Yeah, week's been a little bit chaotic. Been bouncing between... Ooh. Staying tuned into the news. Look at that bounce. Love that. And staying tuned out of the news so that I don't want to just walk into the ocean. Which is ever a temptation. What you got for us, Athena?
The one called Nyx. She is your mother, as I understand?
I did not know that.
The Olympians rarely consort with the chthonic gods.
That's good to know.
Though Nyx herself reached out to me about your plight, and I was spurred to act.
Very kind of her. So that is interesting, and also just makes me even more curious about whether or not Persephone is going to be in here and how they will handle her role in the underworld. Okay, special. I think I'm going to go with the dash deflect, since my attack is kind of more forward, not so much the sweep that the sword has. Only one way out, and it is for a chthonic key. Oh no, there is another way for darkness. I tend to favor chthonic keys, especially while we still have weapons to unlock. So let's see what this room has in store for us. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like these skulls or the piles that spawn them. But I do so very much love watching the spirit bounce in between them. I hate that, though. Gives me life. There we go. What else is going on? All throughout the week, ever since I've started doing this, I've just constantly trying to think of anecdotes that I can share while recording, which then, of course, will just instantly leave my head as soon as the mic is on. Because isn't that just how it goes? I know I thought of something earlier today that would be, fun to share, but it's gonna take a while for me to master my craft. Ooh. Hands in and out. There? Let's think. Been getting into Rocket League again lately. I don't know if I've seen one of those floating coins before, but that's kind of fun. I do not know what this little skull icon means. I can only imagine it means that the room's gonna kick my butt. Maybe it's that mini-boss that throws the bombs around. Let's see if my hypothesis plays out. It is not. So I do not know what that symbol means still. But, so I'm thinking one thing that might be worth doing that I certainly should have done in the first episode instead of the third is just kind of give a basic rundown of the plot of this game. If you have not, figured it out yet, from context, 2 keys, very nice. In Hades, you play as Zagreus, the son of Hades, the Greek god of the underworld. You have grown up in the underworld. This is your home. You'd rather it not be. And so, with the aid of the Olympic gods up on Mount Olympus, you are attempting to flee the underworld and seek asylum up on the surface with your less hellish family. Your father, Hades, is not particularly keen on this idea. He is going to do everything he can to keep you down here. But, like Athena earlier and Poseidon here, we are not alone. We are given boons from the men and women upstairs to help us join them. Bloodshot. I do like the idea of that, but I think I like this more. I like the idea of knockback, which I'm assuming is kind of Poseidon's thing. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go with Tempest Strike. Ooh, look at that color change. I love the little details. Supergiant just puts so much charm into their games. I really do hope I'm not sounding too nasal. The air where I'm currently living does not always play nice with me, especially this time of year.
I'm trapped.
I also hope I don't need to say that every episode. I should probably just take some Sudafed and get over it. But I do appreciate all of you bearing with me. The amount of support I've received on just the first 2 videos has been beyond my expectations, and I really appreciate it. This has just been a blast so far, and I'm truly so excited to keep going with it. And hopefully, I'll be able to keep entertaining y'all. I hope y'all will be willing to share any tips with me, any recommendations, and that this will just keep getting better and better with time. I'm actually also very happy with how I handled that room.
I've better things to do.
And let's go ahead and get that Centaur Heart to boost our health up just a little bit more. And I believe our only way out is to get some darkness, which you will not hear me complain about. Alrighty. Got some statues of Medusa. I'm just excited to find out what other figures from Greek mythology are waiting around the corner. As we saw, we had the upgrade at the beginning of this run was not from an Olympic god, it was from Daedalus, which is very cool. I would not mind seeing some more involvement from him, because he's a very interesting figure. We've got Achilles, we've heard mention of, oh, what is his name? Orpheus, who is very fitting to mention in this game, because he is famously a living person who marched down into the underworld, and we are a more than living person trying to march our way out of it. So we have Zeus and Aphrodite. I'm definitely leaning towards Zeus. I feel like lightning-based abilities could synergize very well with being able to bounce my spear around the room, so let's give that a shot. Uh-oh. Doomstone. Oh no. I need to use my special more, I'm kind of neglecting that. Ooh, that's lasers. These pink crystals are reminding me of the crystal caves from Hollow Knight, which is another spectacular game. It just has so much heart. Let's get our bounces going. Ooh. I do not like to see a boss or mini-boss with shields around it. That is not my idea of a good time. Ooh. I would not mind seeing all these little minions thrown around to bounce my spear between if I were able to land my throws a little bit more reliably, but there we go, that's a bit better. So far this... I'm speaking too soon. I was about to say it was going just fine. And you know what, I'll stand by that. That could have gone much worse. What have we here?
Damned lost souls with nowhere left to turn congregate in deepest Tartarus, where they fuse together with the earth itself into odious forms which defy description.
Odious forms which defy description. That is a big mood.
Big crystals.
What you got for us, Zeus?
Fight your father's legions with Varatha, the Eternal Spear.
I do.
The irony must not escape him, for he long ago stood by my side against the Titans with that thing in hand.
It's mine now, like father, like son. So my special would cause a lightning bolt. After I take damage, my foe is struck by lightning. So it looks like we can't get any lightning on our... Oh wait, no, our special. That's throwing the spear. That's exactly what I want. Perfect. The might of the heavens. I am Zeus now. Now this, I believe, is nectar, which we can give to NPCs to kind of give a unique boost from each one. We can give it to Charon, to Cerberus, even Hades himself, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like the Doomstone is not alone. Ooh. Including in the use of hell lasers. Let's go.
Who should I give this to?
Acquiring a little more darkness. Very fitting as we get less and less sunlight every day. Ever since the recent fall back for daylight savings, I've been having a moment every day where I look out the window to just pitch black and realize it's like 6 o'clock and not 10. Which is just wild. Ooh, I feel like these guys are giving me more trouble than usual. I need to shape up.
World's power.
The Underworld's power. Had a funny moment today, actually. So my roommates have been getting back into a game. I don't need a shop. I think Palma Power's the way to go. My roommates have been getting back into a relatively old game called Realm of the Mad God, which is free, and I actually do recommend it. Oh, wow. Just nothing but the pawn. Don't mind if I do.
Delicious.
Upgrading that is probably the way to go. And so I decided to install it today and give it a spin myself, because I haven't in a long time. I think our boss fight's on the other side of this room. And so I was playing around in Realm of the Mad God, wandering around, and I stumbled across my brother. Just
I'm back, Meg.
completely at random, which was hilarious. And then we were able to play for a bit, but did not think I would ever just stumble upon a family member at random in a room, in an online video game.
Your whip's not been all that persuasive in the past.
I don't know, whips persuade me. That was not meant to be an entendre, just I don't want to be whipped. Let's go. Now Meg, if I'm recalling correctly, was the one who put me down in the first run, and I do not intend to see that repeated. I'm pretty happy with the build that we've got this time, and I think it can see us through to victory if I play it smart. By dodging that. Actually, I think it might have been... Was it the first episode or the last one where she got me? Either way, whenever it was, she just spawned one of her little minions right on top of me, so I need to be careful where I stand. Ooh, and careful of that too. So I did get deflection on dash from Athena, so if I... Ooh, that's no good. If I'd fully recognized that we were about to enter a boss fight, I probably would have gone for the shop instead of the pomegranate to see if I could get a little bit of health. Again, so far I'm pretty happy with things as they're looking right now. I am curious to see, if I'm not mistaken, in Greek mythology, Hades had 3 Furies at his disposal, and Meg is only 1. So I'm curious to see if her sisters make an appearance as well. Let's go. Alright, alright. Ooh, gotta watch those spikes. I think those did bite me. Ooh! That's no good. Come on, I'm feeling it. This is the one. Just need to balance dodging and striking. Bad spot. Okay. Ooh. Man, this game is an adrenaline rush. Loving it. I do want to say, I am very much enjoying Hades. Ooh, forgot about this attack. I'm hoping to keep doing Hades for quite a while, but I am also hoping to start introducing some other games into the mix once I really iron out this schedule. In particular, I recently acquired Noita, which is another roguelite that has come highly Ooh, the spikes can get hurt too. That has come highly recommended to me and will probably be the next one that I try my hand at recording. And who knows, we might even see me, like... Oh, we got Death Defiance, that's right. The end is never the end is never the end. Ooh, unless I'm stupid and get a second end real fast. Let's get back in the fray. Let's go. Alrighty. I'm the Prince of Hell. You think you can keep me down with just one death? Not this time. Oof. Ooh, one very exciting thing that did happen today is my favorite She stood on the spikes. She did my dirty work for me. Megara, thank you very much. I will see you in hell. And that's not an insult. It's just the truth. So let's go ahead and snap this up.
Achilles might know what to do with this.
Titan blood. Battled out of Tartarus with the Eternal Spear. Yes, I did. That is...
healing flask of some sort.
I'm very proud. That's a step in the right direction. One step towards the surface. Now, as I get better at this... It's okay, Dad. I'm sure I'll end up seeing you before too long.
None other than those in the trusted inner circle of Lord Hades.
So I do need to kind of figure out... As I get better at the game, these runs are going to get longer and longer, and I don't want to be subjecting you frequently to hour-long runs, but I also don't want to be cutting things in half. I don't want to purge any of these. And I would like to buy some health,
Just what I need.
some darkness, and I think I'll hold off on that and save some money. We'll see how far I make it into the next stage.
There.
Tartarus conquered. What comes next? I would guess the Fields of Asphodel.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Asphodel indeed. Don't look much like fields, per se.
It's nice and warm out here, I'll give it that.
Sure looks it. Spooky.
The once verdant plains of Asphodel are now engulfed in scintillating flame, having been flooded by the river Phlegethon, whose hideously superheated contents could bring death swiftly even to those resistant to most heat.
Alrighty.
I'm only flame resistant, not flame proof.
Well, you know what? Since all of this is pretty new, I'm thinking we will call the episode here at about the 20-minute mark, and we will pick up episode 4 of Steel forces you to watch him play Hades at the entrance to what was once the Fields of Asphodel, and see if we can battle it into submission as well. In any case, thank you so much for watching. Thank you all very much for your support. Please do leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Take care.